What is up, you guys? My name is Austin Marks and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm currently a respiratory therapist, and on my channel I have videos talking about respiratory therapy. I talk about PA school a little bit as well, so if you want to see any of that, make sure you guys like and subscribe and check out those videos. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about different jobs or careers that pay over $100,000. So over $100,000, that's a pretty big jump. However, salary is not everything. Just because you make so much money does not mean you have a better lifestyle. It does not mean that you are going to be more financially better off than me, or anyone in that sense. Just because someone who makes $200,000 a year may have $100 in their bank account at the end of the month each month, that's not a good sign at all. So money is not everything. So one thing that I cannot express enough is that so many factors go into salary. So me as a respiratory therapist, I talk about my salary in one of my videos, and someone living in California may make twice as much as me, and that's just because they live in a whole different state and their taxes are totally different, cost of living is totally different. So like I said, I cannot express that enough. So many factors go into salary. So I got all of these salaries from salary.com. They're just an overall annual average of the whole entire United States. So once again, an average of everywhere. I'm not talking about just one specific place. So I'm not talking about like Georgia or South Carolina or California. An average of the whole United States. So some of these careers may not start out at $100,000. However, you can definitely work your way up to $100,000 over time. So to start off, I want to talk about my favorite, and that is the physician assistant. So a physician assistant, or a PA, is someone who goes to school for 6 to 7 years. So generally, you can either join a program, go straight into the bachelor's program, and then go right into a master's program, or you can get a bachelor's in whatever and then apply to a master's program. So like I said, this is 6 to 7 years of schooling, and they start out from anywhere from $90,000 all the way up to $140,000. Like I said, that's the average of the entire United States. So many factors go into salary, especially for a PA, because they can work in many different fields. So someone who works in family practice may not make as much as somebody who works in trauma or critical care. So someone who is a physician assistant also generally has a master's degree. And next on this list, we have a physical therapist. So a physical therapist is someone who also goes to school for 6 to 7, potentially 8 years. So basically, same thing as the PA. You can either join a program and go right into physical therapy, or you can get your bachelor's degree and then apply to a physical therapy program. So physical therapists, they make anywhere from $70,000 to $110,000 per year, and they need a doctorate degree. Next on the list, we have a nurse practitioner. So a nurse practitioner and a PA are very similar in the sense of what they do. So to be a nurse practitioner, you need to get a master's degree or potentially a doctorate degree. They also make anywhere from $90,000 all the way up to $140,000. So to be a nurse practitioner, you have to be a nurse at first. So you can either get your RN, your BSN, and then go to nurse practitioner school, or maybe some people just have an associate's in something and they get their BSN through an accelerated program, and then they go for their nurse practitioner. So once you're a nurse and you have your BSN, then you have to apply to a NP school or nurse practitioner school. Next on the list, we have a pharmacist. So a pharmacist, same thing with a lot of these schools. You have to either join right out of high school and go right into pharmacy, or you can go ahead and get your bachelor's and then join a pharmacy program. So for pharmacy, it's generally 6 to 8 years of schooling. Now the average salary for this is anywhere from $120,000 all the way to $170,000. So like I said, it varies from state to state, and there's many different places you can work as a pharmacist. Next on the list, we have a perfusionist. So a perfusionist, if you don't know what that is, it's somebody who basically works in an OR, or they work with ECMO, and whenever the heart or lungs need bypassed, they go ahead and hook up a machine and they do that. So a perfusionist is someone who goes to school for typically 6 years. Once again, you can either go right into a program that will run you into a perfusionist program, or you can get your bachelor's and then apply to a perfusionist program. And these guys make anywhere from $110,000 all the way up to $170,000 per year. And last on my list, I have a CRNA or an AA. So a CRNA is a nurse anesthetist, and then an AA is an anesthesiologist assistant. So essentially they're the same thing. However, an AA is not licensed in every single state. So where I'm from in Pennsylvania, I cannot be an AA in practice here. However, I had a buddy who is from Georgia, and he can go ahead and practice as an AA, and they do the exact same thing as the CRNA. He said you can't even tell the difference between them in the hospital besides the credentials on their name badge. So the schooling for this is roughly 6 to 7 years, and they make anywhere from $150,000 all the way to $200,000 per year. So the thing is, with the CRNA, you have to be a nurse first, have 1 year of ICU experience, and then with an AA, I can even do that as a respiratory therapist. So I just need a bachelor's degree, and then I'll apply to the program and go from there. So if you guys have any questions about any of these career paths, make sure you do a little bit more research, leave a comment below, and I'll see what I can do to answer that question. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and see you in the next one.